Hi YouTube, this is KiNgCrAsYbMx. I'm gonna be doing a video on what you should do what you should bring when you're BMXing and going to skate parks and doing that kind of stuff. So it's kind of be BMXing 101, kind of, is the best way to put it. So yeah, I always, whenever I'm doing stuff, whenever I'm going to the skate park or whatever, I'll bring gloves. These are not dirt bike gloves, these are actually bike gloves. They're okay for the cold. I usually wear those, like, how do I explain it? They're like the cheap little Target gloves, whatever. They're like black, you know. Sorry, it's just kind of really hard to, yeah, little beaver flip there. But yeah, they're pretty nice. They're Fox. They're good. They have this, look at this, just like metal wiring to let me have it there too. To let my hands breathe and they don't get too sweaty. And as far as holes, yeah, you can't do this, but they have holes on the palm, little tiny holes. They have like tremendous grip, and there's a lot of padding where you fall the most. You put your hands out, and like your parts of your hand are gonna stick out, you know. Just put your hands out, so they have more padding there. And also, see how it's bent, and I'm not even touching it. That's so you don't like snap your finger back. That's what these metal wire stuff thingies are for. It won't bend at the joint, so if anything, you're breaking your finger, which is going to have to be a really hard fall, or you're going to have to fall like that and jam your finger. But there's no way you're going to bend it backwards, you know, because they stay pretty bent. Yeah. Another thing I bring is a string backpack. You know, it's got the strings on it. Like pack, whatever you want to call it. And I like to keep all my tools, or most of my tools, in a little thing. This is Shattered Conspiracy thing that my chain came in. And I keep just basic tools, you know, that like fits my bike, obviously. I have a 15 socket for the front, a 19mm. My bike's metric, so, you know. A socket extender for the peg, or the pegs that I have, and a ratchet, whatchamacallit, a ratchet, Allen key thing that fits pretty much all the bolts I have on. Okay, that was a little loud, but that fit all the Allen bolts on my bike. That's what I carry. I also carry that a ratchet obviously can't fit in there. I have a really big industrial ratchet because, you know, you can hear how loud that is. You know, but it's a nice ratchet. It's pretty big, but it will never break pretty much. It's a bench top. It came in this whole kit. So it's like every socket that you could possibly think of, you know. But yeah, I carry that. I carry my gloves. If you ride with a helmet, which I don't, because I honestly think it's gay, but if you ride with a helmet, like your parents make you or something, or you're just going off like insane jumps and stuff, then I understand that, but I do anyways, but you don't see me wearing a helmet. Try to make your helmet look cool, you know, like put crap little stickers on it that like are bands people listen to. Like my friend has actually a cool helmet. It's like the army helmet thing. It's got the netting on it. He's got patches and stuff all in it. It's really nice. But yeah, if you ride with pegs, don't put all 4 pegs on your bike. It just weighs it down tremendously. Like if you only ride people on the back, then put only 2 in the back. And if you ride people on the back and the front, then you're allowed to, but then it's not a BMX bike, really. usually the sign you grind on will have 2 pegs on that side. And don't use screw-on pegs because they can actually bend your axle, and you'll never get the you'll never get the bolt undone pretty much, depending on where it's bent, which means you're never going to get the tire off. I always have bolt-on pegs, front and back. Pivotal seats are nice, but they weigh less and everything. But the plastic gets stripped, and then it's just moving up and down, you know. But that's about it. And also, when you're doing tricks, don't keep the backpack on, because you don't want a ratchet hitting you in the back of the head when you're like doing like foot jam, whatever you guys do. Or when you're straightening the bike out, you don't want this backpack with a bunch of sockets and ratchets hitting you in the back of the head. That wouldn't be good. But really, any kind of gloves would be good, as long as they have grip and padding on them. They're good. Doesn't mean go put grip tape on your gloves, because that's too much, obviously. Depending on what kind of grips you have, we have people salt, so they're not animal. Honestly, I like the new animal series that don't have that end piece. I might buy some of those, but otherwise, you know, I'm pretty much set. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, YouTube.